Hello and welcome to another episode of my Motogp 19 career mode, and today we are here for round 6 at the San Marino GP. If you haven't seen the previous episode, I do urge you to go check that out before I spoil the results of that one. So you've got 3, 2, 1. Right, hopefully you're gone now. If you're not, then just watch this episode instead then. So we managed to actually bring home another victory in Austria because we finally figured out what was causing our glitchy starts. It might be a little bit late into the season to, really do a lot about that now. But we could still get second in the championship here, or first, but it looks more likely that we'll get second. We are only 1 point away from that in the end anyway. So, yeah, hopefully we can sort of repeat that performance, hope we can get another win here in San Marino. So without further ado, let's head into qualifying for the San Marino Grand Prix. Right, so in the garage now, it's a clear session, so back to just sort of normal standard stuff. Just going to try and do the fastest lap I can. Really want to try and get on that front row, go off for the leaders as per, well, that's usually my plan. I really want to do that, and hopefully Salvador does not start on pole. So we're here starting off line lap now. The AI doing some tyre sliding themselves there into the last corner. Haven't actually played, I have played this track once, never mind. But I haven't played this track on this game yet, but I actually have. Obviously I've played all the tracks on all the previous games, but in terms of knowing the braking zones for this specific game. Although they're different for every bike anyway, so I've invalidated my lap at the first corner. Nice one, so let's try that one again. Right, so let's not try to invalidate the lap at the first corner this time. That was pretty embarrassing, I just kind of turned in a bit too early. I'm still not really used to turning of this Red Bull Rookies bike, to be honest. Ran a little bit wide through turn 1, but that's better than cutting it, I suppose, so there we go. I really hope I don't hit that guy. Okay, stayed out of the way, nice. Hope this guy doesn't get in my way into Rio. Urate it is. Okay, so he's not got too bad pace, but he's on an outlap, so hopefully he gets out of my way. Through turn 5. Bike over through 6 on the throttle. Yeah, so he hasn't got in my way yet, but he is going on the straight, so I really hope he pulls out of the way here. I think he is, so thank him for that. No, he's actually not. I've run in a bit wide through Quercia anyway. It's going pretty slow. I'm assuming he'll leave me the room to go on the inside into these double rights. I was wrong to assume that apparently, so thank you mate. Really helpful. He's probably going to cut back up the inside of me, which is annoying. Yeah, just holding yourself up, but well, he's on an outlap so it doesn't matter, but he's holding me up for no reason, so it's a bit annoying. Through curve only. Through turn 12. The brakes, run a bit wide through 13, hopefully that doesn't invalidate me, it doesn't, so that's fine. Into Caro, run a bit wide on the throttle, coming out of Caro now. I don't know how good the AI are going to be here, so hopefully they're not too good. Hopefully it's just a balanced pace like it was at Austria, and I suppose at Saxon they were pretty balanced to be fair, so I lost too much time at the start to do anything about it. Look towards the line, 1:48.0. Don't know how that stacks up against the AI, but I'll head back to the pits and then see where we are in a couple of minutes, and if necessary I'll do another lap. Okay, so with around 5 minutes to go, this is currently the qualifying. Apparently I'm on pole by nearly 6 seconds, so that means that that guy on his outlap was going quicker than those guys because I did not catch him up by 6 seconds. So that seems a little bit fishy to me, a bit buggy. So yeah, we've had some qualifying bugs in this series so far, but the last couple of episodes have been pretty bug free. So it might just be like at Aston where they're very weak here, but that is very weak. 5.7 seconds in a lap. In fact, where is has not everyone done laps yet? Hang on, let me scroll down. Oh, they've not. Okay, that's why then people like the Salvador haven't done laps yet. Okay, that makes sense. Right, so I'll skip to the end of the session and see where we end up. Hopefully we are still on pole position. Cooney has just gone 5.7 seconds slower though, so yeah, he's not really on the pace, but yeah, I'll skip to the end of the session and see where we end up.
That brings an end to the qualifying session for deciding pole. The results that you're looking at now don't just show us the grid positions, they also give us an idea of what the riders will be capable of in tomorrow's race.
Right, so it does seem a bit like an Aston situation. We are on pole by a gargantuan amount here. with Cooney in 2nd place, Barry Boltus 3rd, Haruki Naguchi in 4th, 5th place for David Salvador, 6th for Carlos Tate, 7th for Alex Eskrigg, 8th for Marcus Urate, 9th for Clement Rouge, and 10th for Jason Dupasquire. So, well, being on pole by that margin clearly just means they're pretty weak at this track, just like at Assen. So, got to just try and replicate the Assen result. We've got to bring it home. We've got to bring the victory home. Hopefully we can just go off the start and try and win. Unfortunately, that means it might be a bit of a boring race, but what can you do if the AI are a bit wishy-washy from track to track?
It was a long weekend for the riders, but finally the showdown is here. We're speaking to you from the starting grid with just a few minutes to go before the race begins.
So another thing to actually point out, I know this is completely unrelated, but in the last episode I did mention something about the AI having clear visors in the race, and I was wondering if that was because it was cloudy or if because it was raining in the previous session. It was because it was raining in the previous session, because if you look at the visors, they are just normal visors in this one, and I'm assuming it was the same in Assen, I just couldn't remember. So that's an interesting little thing there. It's not really a massive problem, it's only whether they've got a clear visor or not, but it's just something to note. But anyway, let's try and win this race. Obviously we got on pole by a massive amount. I'm hoping that AI will bring some more pace. I hadn't changed my tyres then, that was nearly pretty bad, although it wouldn't have been too bad because they weren't too badly worn, and we did have quite a bit of pace over the AI. But yeah, let's start this race and hopefully we can bring home the trophy, first place once again.
All the riders have taken their places on the starting grid. Riders are deep in concentration with just a few seconds to go until this San Marino Grand Prix begins.
Yeah, just a few seconds now. I am excited, I can't wait for this. Down to neutral, up to first. Wait for the lights to go out for San Marino Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. Not a fantastic start, we have dropped down to 2nd place, but obviously much better than some of the starts we've had this season. Being boxed in a little bit as we go into turn 1, so I've dropped down into 3rd, maybe 4th, running around the outside, back up into 2nd behind Cooney, and try and pick him off as quickly as we can. Variante de Palco. I feel like they might have a bit more pace in the race though, because that guy that was doing his outlap was probably going quicker than what they did in qualifying. Oh, hang on, we've been dive bombed. I think is that Salvador? I don't know, but someone dive bombed us. It was Salvador, so Salvador desperate to not lose too many points to us in the championship here. And in fact, it's benefiting us that Cooney has got a bit of a lead over him. Perhaps we can try and hope that he drops down the order a little bit, Salvador. But I don't want to let Cooney get too far in front, because obviously we did have good qualifying. Oh, Salvador's crashed! Salvador's crashed! I don't know what he's done, but he's crashed out of the race. Oh, that is massive, massive for the championship. Right, I've got to beat Cooney now. I have to hunt down Cooney and I have to overtake him. We ran really wide through Tremonto. Not my favourite corner on this circuit, must admit. That is massive, massive for the championship that Salvador has fallen off. It's really unneeded as well. He was just trying to get past me. But it does seem like they are massively stepped up. I mean, seriously, they were miles behind in qualifying. Whereas I seem to have found all the pace coming into race day. We're 2nd behind Cooney now. Try and hunt down that lead if we can. Although to be fair, I would be okay with 2nd with Salvador crashing, but I'd still prefer to beat Cooney as well, just to get another victory. But he is getting away, definitely. But he's got some good pace. Not sure why I didn't show it in qualifying, but there you go. Does beg the question whether maybe the qualifying is a little broken. Obviously not quite representative of what they can do on track. I suppose I do simulate the last 5 minutes, but got to get that out there and early do the lap times. It is looking quite overcast, obviously. It's a cloudy race, but shouldn't be any rain because there's no dynamic weather, so I guess it's sort of a plus. So we're about a 2nd spread apart in front and behind. 2nd in front to Cooney, 2nd behind to Tate. Although my goal is to try and catch up to Cooney a little bit. Obviously we did lose a bit of time by being hit by Salvador. I'm hoping we can bridge the gap to Cooney. We have caught him a little bit because you can see his name tag, which we couldn't before, though he is pulling away a little bit more again. Yeah, we are 7 tenths behind him now, so we have caught up a bit. Oh, almost lost the front in Tremonto there. Obviously, I'm not very good through this double rights, as you probably know. in my Calcruxlo career, I lost a lot of time. On Motogp 18, I lost a lot of time to Dovizioso through those. I call it a career, it was a championship, wasn't it? But it's not much of a difference. Bit of a track extend there. 8 tenths behind. Oh, that was a nice apex. Brought it down to the apex quite nicely. So we are closing in on Cooney. Tate hasn't really dropped behind us. He's still 9 tenths behind. So we are both closing Cooney down a little. Little by little. Into the last corner on the throttle as early as we can. What's the gap going to be when we go over the line? Who will get the fastest lap? 47.5 there for me. So I think that's quite a bit quicker than what we did in quali. So we did get held up a bit there, didn't we? So I guess that would make sense. What's another gap to Cooney now? We have brought it down a bit, but I think at the same rate Tate is catching us. So Tate is probably the fastest rider on circuit currently. So I don't know where Salvador actually is, but I'm sure he's pretty mired down in the pack somewhere. And he's got good pace, but it doesn't mean he can cut his way through. 7 tenths behind Cooney now, second in front of Tate. I really hope we can bring down this gap even more and hopefully have an attack sometime soon. Through Quercia on the throttle. We are definitely bringing the gap down to Cooney, so this could be some sort of final lap showdown between me and him now. It's all important stuff as well for this championship, of course. Much better run through the double rights that time. Still a little hot, but not too bad. So we are all over the back of Cooney now. Get some slipstream on him, down towards Curvone. I think I said it right the first time, actually, never mind, but whatever. So, Sacco and Huratas. I haven't really seen Salvador pop up. I guess we'll just have to look where he finishes at the end of this race. But I can't believe he threw the championship, well, he threw a big load of points away. He just needlessly crashed into the side of us. I think he might have lost the front of the curb and then fell into us, but we are all over the back of Cooney now. We've brought down that 1 second lead. Seems like we are the fastest car on track now. We approach the last corner. Through the last corner we go on the throttle. We're about to start the final lap. This is going to be an amazing showdown between us. 47.6, so we're still pretty much doing the same lap time, so it's Cooney that slowed down, not me that sped up. Oh, I've hit him at the back a little bit. He's blocking me massively through this section of the circuit. So he's got it still for now. Through Rio on the throttle. Oh, they're going to flip the bike over through 5. Oh, I'm just having a look. Oh, we've got 1.5 seconds back to Tate, so we've got a pretty good margin behind us. We are close as ever. Obviously, we're about 7 tenths behind this time last lap. So we're going to have a look up the inside into Quercia. Oh, bit of contact, but I had the move done. I was in front of him. We had a little bit of contact and he sort of sat the bike up. So we're into the lead of the race now. Taking the lead where it counts. Oh, we got a 7 tenth lead, but we've gone pretty wide into Tremonto once again. Try and fire it out of Tremonto, but this is our section of track. So could we make this 2 wins in a row here? I don't want to get too excited. Obviously, we are on the last lap and we are leading, but I don't want to say anything to curse myself. But ever since we found out the way to stop the start bug happening, we have been pretty good. Obviously, we haven't been having to wear our tyres out getting through the pack on the first lap. We're not losing like a good few seconds. So we've got an 8 tenth lead over Cooney now. So we're pretty safe to the end of the race now, through turn 15. Down towards the final corner for the final time here in San Marino. Out of the last corner, towards the line. I think this should be the championship lead as well, going into the last round, hopefully, ahead of Salvador. But
Before we go to Parc Ferme for the celebrations, let's take a look at the final race results.
Sorry, as I was going to say, but I'm very happy with that result. Another win. We didn't actually have the fastest lap. Tate did have the fastest lap compared to us. I did say he was obviously closing on us at the same time as we were closing on Cooney in first place, but we won at the race ahead of Cooney in second, Carlos Tate in third, Barry Bottas in fourth, and Haruki Noguchi in fifth. So now is the part when we go find out. He's not even in the points, is he? Where is he? David Salvador came last place, a minute and 2 behind. Okay, something crazy's gone on there with him. I'd love to see what happened with him there. But I can't believe it. I can't believe he threw that race away. He just crashed on the inside curb, which is exactly what we needed, exactly what all of us needed here. So it's have a look at the championship, see how that affects it. So as I predicted, we do move into the lead of the championship by 7 points. So we've gone from 3rd to 1st there in one race. Salvador drops down to 2nd place now, 7 points off me. Carlos Tate, 8 points off of me there. So 1 point between those two. 4th still for Cooney. 5th goes back to Urate, but he overtakes Fallon again in this race. Only 1 point in it between those two though. All pretty close. So that was some mighty stuff there. We are now leading this championship. I did not think that was going to happen. You know, a couple of days ago, you know, when I was playing the first round, got so far behind. I never thought I would be leading this championship, but wow, things happen that you don't expect. And there's 1 round to go, and it's, you know, it's all to play for between the 4 of us. Obviously, no one else can win except us 4. Although it is between us top 3 really, because Cooney would have to have, yeah, he'd have to have me not score, which I don't feel like is very likely, but it could happen. It could happen. Without further ado, let's head to Parc Fermé and then the career hub. There might be something now that we're leading the championship, although, like I say, I doubt it. And we'll head there to end the episode.
Undoubtedly, it was a perfect day for him. In addition to the victory, his position also earns him 25 priceless championship points.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there, Key. 25 points. That's exactly what we needed. We lead the championship going into the final round, and it looks like we got a really good chance here of winning. Obviously, we have a nice buffer as well. We have 7 points, which means we can come 2nd to Salvador if we have to, or 2nd to Cooney. We just can't come 3rd to any of them, because then they overtake us. But we get 245 points for qualifying on pole, 367 for winning the race, and 354 for the bonus option. So we get 966 reputation points, so we move up to 5,820 reputation points there. But I think that's going to be it for this episode of Motogp 19 Career Mode. Make sure to check out the finale. It should be coming out very soon. Probably record it right now as well. I've pretty much just recorded most of the Red Bull Rookie season in this stint right now. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed that one. It was a cracking race, massive championship implications, and that puts us in front. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next video.